Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, and today we're highlighting a case that left the city of Louisville, Kentucky, grappling with the tragic consequences of gun violence. August 13th, 2025. Two young mothers, two separate shootings, about 13 hours apart. One was walking her 7-year-old daughter to a school bus stop when a gunman opened fire. The other was an innocent bystander, caught in the crossfire, 4 months pregnant with her 4th child. Both women were killed in public spaces. Both left behind children and families demanding justice. But only one case has led to an indictment. This is the story of Redaja Williams and Jermia Offutt. Before we dive into what happened on August 13th, let's talk about who these two women were. Redaja Williams was 23 years old, a mother of two, a 7-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son. Her mother described her as the life of the party, saying Redaja had no filter and lit up the room every time she walked in. And the people who loved her remember her as sweet, loving, and devoted to her children. Jermia Offutt was 28 years old. She was a mother of 3 and 4 months pregnant with her 4th child, a baby boy. Her family called her a loving person, remembering how much she cared for others. 2 women, 2 mothers, both just trying to live their lives in Louisville's West End. August 13th, 2025, just before 8 o'clock a.m. The corner of 10th and West Chestnut Streets in Louisville's Russell neighborhood. It's the second week of school. Parents are walking their children to the bus stops, just like every other morning. Redaja Williams was doing exactly that, walking her 7-year-old daughter to the bus stop, holding her hand as they made their way down the street. Other children were already there, waiting, talking, starting their day. And then all of a sudden, gunfire. Surveillance video helped investigators piece together what happened next. A young man wearing a red hoodie and black sweatpants approached the area. Louisville Metro Police say the video shows the suspect displaying a firearm, taking aim, and firing multiple times in Redaja's direction. Redaja Williams was shot 4 times. Her daughter was right beside her and was not physically injured. Authorities confirmed that Redaja was clearly targeted. Many children were in the area that morning. Children waiting for school were present when the shooting happened. What makes this even more disturbing, this wasn't the first shooting at that bus stop. Just 6 days earlier, on August 7th, the first day of school, 2 15-year-olds opened fire at the same location. Both teens were arrested after the August 7th shooting. One was charged with more than 30 counts, including wanton endangerment and illegal possession of a handgun. The other teen also faced dozens of charges connected to the same incident. After that shooting, Louisville Metro Police increased their presence near the bus stop. But on the morning of August 13th, no officers were present in the area when Redaja Williams was shot and killed. Police were clear about one thing. Redaja Williams was an innocent victim. They said there was no justification for what happened. A 15-year-old was initially detained, but police later confirmed he was connected to the August 7th shooting, not Redaja's murder. Surveillance images of a person of interest were released to the public. As of this recording, no one has been arrested for the murder of Redaja Williams. Her family is still waiting, and her children are still waiting. That same day, August 13th, 2025, just after 9:00 p.m., in the 4100 block of West Broadway near Cecil Avenue in Louisville's Chickasaw neighborhood, Jermia Offutt was outside a neighborhood market with her boyfriend. Her 3 children were with her. Nearby, an argument broke out between 2 groups of juveniles and young adults, and then shots were fired. Police say one group fired towards the other. Jermia, who was not involved in the altercation, was struck by gunfire. She was rushed to the hospital. Doctors worked to save her life and the life of her unborn son, but both Jermia and her baby died from their injuries. For Jermia's family, this loss reopened old wounds. Her brother, Deshaun Johnson, was killed in 2010. An uncle had also been murdered in 2003. Now, Jermia and her unborn son were gone too. A family devastated by years of violence. The murders of 2 mothers in one day sent shockwaves through Louisville. Community leaders called for action, not just statistics. Residents demanded real solutions and real protection, especially for children. After Redaja's death, police maintained a heavy presence near the bus stop. And when that still didn't feel like enough, community members stepped in. Volunteers began showing up at bus stops to help protect the children in the neighborhood. For weeks, both cases remained unsolved. Police publicly asked witnesses to come forward. They knew people had been in the area, especially in Redaja's case. But many witnesses did not come forward until 2 months later. There was a break. October 13th, 2025. A Jefferson County grand jury handed down an indictment. 22-year-old Dionese Lee Jr. was charged with 17 counts in connection with Jermia Offutt's death, including murder by complicity, first-degree fetal homicide by complicity, criminal attempt murder, tampering with physical evidence, and 10 counts of wanton endangerment. At the time of the indictment, Lee was already being held in connection with 2 other murder cases, including the killing of his stepfather and a separate 2023 homicide. 3 murders, 3 cases, 1 defendant. For Jermia's family, the indictment brought a moment of movement in a case that had gone unanswered for months. They spoke out after the charges were announced, saying the pain and grief don't just go away, even as the case moves forward. But Redaja Williams' case remains unsolved. No arrests, no publicly named suspects, and the person responsible for her death, shot near a bus stop where children were present, is still at large. Why was Redaja Williams reportedly targeted? And what led to the gunfire that took the life of Jermia Offutt? Our thoughts and prayers are with the families of Redaja Williams and Jermia Offutt, 2 mothers whose lives were cut short, and 2 families who still deserve answers. Anyone with information about the murder of Redaja Williams or the shooting that killed Jermia Offutt should contact Louisville Metro Police. Tips can also be made anonymously. You can find their contact information in the description below. As we close out this episode, remember that sharing Redaja and Jermia's story helps to keep these cases visible and highlights the devastating impact gun violence continues to have on our communities. Follow Hunting for Answers for updates on these cases and others like it. Subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and TikTok for more true crime stories and case updates. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.